My mornings often consist of this little girl screaming. Let's imagine that sleep is a bank of money. Let's imagine you've now gathered your money. Your money has lifted in the bank. And you said, no, I'm going to give half of that to social media. Hello there guys and welcome to The Break. My name is Patricia Bright. We're over here giving you the tools and resources to learn, grow, navigate life like a boss and make money moves in the process. I hope you are doing well. So today we are going to get into it and I want to talk about morning habits, because let's keep it real. Whatever happens in the morning impacts your entire day. This is a fact. I don't know where it's written, but for me personally, I really feel like if the morning doesn't go right, nothing goes right. Very annoying. So I wanted to get into some habits that are really important, I think, in my personal opinion, to embed that will help you be more productive, more focused, and thus bringing in that moolah, because that's what we like to talk about over here. But in general, I really think that learning how to kind of set up your day and set up your morning effectively has a long-term effect on your entire life. And I'm currently in the process of working towards improving my mornings every single day. So today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. I'll be honest with you, let me bring this one in. My mornings often consist of this little girl screaming. I hear, wah! And I'm gonna tell you that gives me a headache. It makes me feel terrible. So my goal is to not wake up to the sound of this yelling, but instead to the sound of birds chirping and the peace that I planned for myself that happens before the kids arrive. So step into the light, or should I say, there's nothing quite like the sun rays waking you up, warmly touching your face in this envelope of beauty and light. Our bodies are impacted by light. Light does impact our serotonin levels and our melatonin levels. So light is really important. And I think there's a lot of us right now in the winter months who wake up to the dark and it's just like, is it actually morning yet? It's 9 a.m. but it's grey outside and it's just not cute. And I think when it's dark, you don't necessarily feel like waking up. But in the same breath, when you're in bed and someone puts on some bright light, that is particularly annoying and it's not cute. Nobody wants that at all. Like, turn the light off now. However, there are ways that you can wake up to light using, like, say for instance, timer light bulbs or even an alarm clock that lights up. So I have a Lumi light that I use to slowly and lovelily wake me up. It slowly gets brighter and brighter and it is like waking up to the sunlight. There are also smart light bulbs nowadays that you can use. So if you want to get smart light bulbs installed, it is a great way to have a soft, gentle glow wake you up than either the darkness or a stark, bright light. Sound, yeah, what you wake up to really has an impact on your nervous system and how you feel. Sound has a huge impact to you. And I hate hearing that sound. You know the iPhone alarm clock? When I hear that sound, when it's not in the morning, it gives me heart palpitations. I definitely feel a certain way to what I wake up to from a sound perspective. So I no longer allow myself to wake up to an alarm clock that is going to make me feel high levels of stress. I use the Sleep Cycle app, and what it does is it kind of identifies in my sleep cycle when I am slowly becoming out of REM sleep, I believe, and I'm going into lighter sleep, which means this is a great period of time to wake me up. And when I wake up, I don't wake up to this horrible, nauseating noise that just gives you that tension. Instead, I wake up to a relatively calm, soothing music that gets progressively louder, but not in a way that is aggressive and painful. I believe it's either relaxation music or calming music, and I find that when I listen to this or this becomes my alarm, I feel much better and I don't have that beating pain in my chest of it's the damn morning. And I think what you choose to wake up to makes a huge difference. Now, you may not want calming, relaxing music or the sound of birds or whales in the ocean. You may want a hype song that gets you happy. It's up to you to dictate how you wake up. But pick a track that's going to put you in the ultimate mood to start your day effectively. Without a plan, the people perish. And honestly, there's nothing quite like knowing that you've woken up to something you have a plan to do. I make sure that every single night I write down what do I want to achieve. Not too many things. I would have 3 key goals that I want to achieve, 3 to 5. I write them in my planner of what I want to get done the next day. It means that I sleep better, but also when I wake up in the morning, I don't have to be like, so what's going on today? Oh, I don't know, panic, oh, and I just let whatever happens to me happen. No. I think the best way to have a great morning and a great day is to plan the night before. And I think it also gives you a sense of calm. I am a bit of a control freak, and when things don't go as I plan, this is something I'm working on, I often feel just this sense of, chaos, I don't know what's going on. And when you don't know what's going on and you're panicking, you're not able to do anything. Your body is in fight or flight, not thinking smart. So when you have a plan, or you know what you're doing and you have it organized in your head from the night before, you wake up in the morning, you look at that, you can move and be far more productive than just being a headless chicken with I don't know what's going on, let me think about it. Put some rituals in place. I'm not gonna say drink your water and meditate, but I am gonna kind of say drink your water and meditate. But the whole concept of putting a routine in place in the morning is about eliminating decision fatigue. When you have to be what am I gonna eat? What am I gonna wear? What do I need to do? What happens next? All of that is a lot of information for your brain to process. And what you want your brain to be processing is how you're gonna make your millions a bit later, not what the hell am I wearing today. What you wanna do is a set of rituals that you do every day. So your feet come out of bed, you have a cup of water by your bed, you drink your cup of water, you brush your teeth, you have your shower, you put on your black jumper, and you go on a walk. Maybe that's your routine. But come up with a set of steps that inevitably become a habit. You don't even have to think about it, you don't have to process it. And that means that you're eliminating the amount of things that your mind has to think about you doing on a daily basis. But usually you want to pick things that are going to better you. So yeah, having a shower, brushing your teeth, going on a walk, or doing 5 squats. Those are things that are going to increase and improve your life in the long run. So my routine that I don't want to think about is teeth, walk, coffee, exercise routine, shower, kids, right? That just happens. And once my little habits and the things that I'm this is what I do every day is done, I feel much freer to be right, let's get the day going. I actually picked that up in the 5-second rule, I think from Mel Robbins. And it's the concept of not having to think about it, not letting your brain process all the other stuff that you've got to get done. There's always going to be things that are pulling your attention. But I think there's an element of having a routine of self-care before you start dealing with everybody else's noise. Talking about the concept of noise, turn the social media off. Oh my gosh, this one I've had to learn the hard way. And every time I learn about this, I realize this is the right thing for me to do. Nowadays, I put my phone on airplane mode. I make it a huge goal to not consume any news, any emails, any social media before I've done the stuff that is going to help me grow in the way that I want to grow as a person. Because there are so many demands on our life. There are so many demands of our attention, and it's distracting. There's so much information our brains can process. And if you've given all your good processing power, all that processing power you gathered while you were sleeping, you're giving it away to this non-existent important thing like social media. What's its your gain? How does it help you? What does it do? Nothing. It's just taken from you. Everybody's taken from you, and you gave them that energy. Let's imagine that sleep is a bank of money. Let's imagine you've now gathered your money. Your money has lifted in the bank, and you said, no, I'm going to give half of that to social media. Are you a charity? No, you need to keep that money and invest it in yourself first. And so airplane mode is an essential for me, and I make a choice to actively not log in and not log on until I've completed certain aspects of my day. So one, my routine, but also the work and the things that are working towards the goals that I want to achieve for myself. Eliminating distraction. There are apps such as Freedom app, because some of the things that we do are actually a reflex and we have no control. So I use Freedom app, which literally means when I type in Instagram, or if I type in YouTube and I try to open the apps, it blocks me and it says, you are free. And I love that screen because it's oh, I was about to do what I always do, but it stopped me, and it's a pretty powerful tool. And there are lots of different content blockers and website blockers that we can all install into our lives to help us be more productive. I'll have a list in the description bar below. And this is a principle that I really like, which is from the book, which is called Make Time, and it's all about blocking your day. And for me personally, I like to block my mornings. I talked about sleep like being a bank of money, and again, I've also talked about decision fatigue. And in reality, like as the day goes on, our brains become more tired, there's lots more responsibility, things keep happening. So realize that in the morning, you are probably gonna have your most bank of like powerful information to be creative, to be wise, to make good decisions. So make sure that when it's in the morning, you can do what you can to eliminate other people asking you to do things and focusing on your own highlights. Highlights are things that are really important to you. It might be goals, it might be your dreams, it might be key work or key deliverables that you need to have. Usually try to attack them in the morning or as early as you can in the day, specifically before you start doing things for other people. So I really try to stick to this by putting some physical barriers in the way. So for instance, I have my email on auto response. It's on every single day. I try not to receive any emails before 3 p.m. in the afternoon, because in the morning and in the first part of the day, that's when I'm the most powerful, and I like to work on the things that are really important to me. Fundamentally, I don't think actually what time you wake up makes a difference. I think if you wake up at 4 p.m. and that's considered your morning, that's absolutely fine. Now, it's not ideal because the world doesn't work on that structure, but the whole goal is to have a morning that allows you to have a productive day. I would really advise using the morning to also learn and grow. Again, your brain is smart and open and ready for the world. So that leads me on nicely to my sponsor, who is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community where millions come together to take the next steps in their creative journeys. There are so many classes on Skillshare when it comes to creativity, entrepreneurship, how to run a business. There's so much information, and clearly if you're watching this channel, you're really about learning and developing yourself further. There are video lessons and classes, and there are experts in their field giving you the 101. So the first 1,000 of my subscribers who click the link in the description bar below will get a free trial to premium membership. So guys, that is the end of today's video. Those are certain things that you can do in the morning, habits that you can put in place that will change your life and allow you to be more productive and potentially make a little bit more income. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, but in the meantime, I will catch you all later. Bye.